Hart to Hart premiered on August 25, 1979 on ABC. The TV series ended after 5 seasons in 1984, but was followed up with 8 made-for-TV movies from 1993 to 1996. Jonathan Hart was a self-made millionaire, the CEO of Hart Industries, a global conglomerate. His gorgeous wife Jennifer was a freelance journalist. They worked together as amateur sleuths, and in every episode they found themselves up to their eyeballs in murder, smuggling, theft, and international espionage. They also managed to find time together, as they loved each other very much. The show also features Max, their loyal, gravelly voiced butler, and Freeway, the pet dog. But what happened to the cast after the show ended? Robert Wagner played Jonathan Hart. After the show ended, he played an insurance investigator in the short-lived TV series Lime Street. He went on to do TV movies like There Must Be a Pony, Love Among Thieves, Indiscreet, This Gun for Hire, and False Arrest. In the 1990s, he starred in 8 Hart-to-Hart made-for-TV movies. Then he had roles in the Austin Powers movies, Wild Things, Overdrive, and Crazy in Alabama. He also made guest appearances on the TV shows Hope and Faith and Boston Legal. In the 2000s, he showed up on 2.5 Men, Happily Divorced, Hot in Cleveland, and NCIS. Robert Wagner has been married 4 times, and 2 of the times were to Natalie Wood, who died under suspicious circumstances, with Wagner denying any involvement. He is now 93 years old and is married to his 4th wife, Jill St. John, and they live in Aspen, Colorado. Stephanie Powers played Jennifer Hart. She's Jonathan's wife and a freelance journalist in the series. After Hart to Hart ended, she made guest appearances on various TV miniseries, including Mistral's Daughter, Hollywood Wives, and Deceptions. Then she went on to work on TV movies like She Was Marked for Murder, Love and Betrayal, When Will I Be Loved, and Survive the Night. She also starred in the Hart to Hart TV movies, and then guest starred on the TV shows Sybil and Women of the House. Then she toured in theater productions of Applause and a revival of The King and I. After that, she released her debut music album titled On the Same Page. The album featured selections from the classic Great American Songbook era. Most recently, she has been in the TV movies A Ring by Spring, Love by the Book, and the TV series On the Verge. She has been married twice and is now 81 years old. Lionel Stander played Max, the Hart's butler, who also cooks, drives them around, and sometimes helps them solve cases. After the program ended, he was the voice of Cup in the animated movie The Transformers: The Movie. He made guest appearances on Moonlighting, the CBS Summer Playhouse, It's Gary Shandling Show, and Dream On. He too was also in the Hart to Hart made-for-TV movies during the 1990s. His final film role was as a dying hospital patient in The Last Good Time. Lionel Stander was married 6 times and had 6 children, and he died on November 30th, 1994 at the age of 86 from lung cancer. Lee Wilkoff played Stanley Friesen in 11 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the show ended, he made guest appearances on Newhart, Hunter, Night Court, Matlock, Empty Nest, and many more. In 1995, he moved to New York, where he appeared on Broadway and in other regional theater shows. He also had roles in the movies The Associate, Private Parts, and Addicted to Love. Then he had more guest starring roles in the shows Ally McBeal, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Law & Order. In 2015, he directed the critically acclaimed film No Pay Nudity, starring Gabriel Byrne and Nathan Lane. Recently, he made his Metropolitan Opera debut in Terence Blanchard's Champion. He now lives in the Hudson Valley village of Gardner, New York, with his wife, painter Constance Grappo, and they have 1 daughter together. Mimi Maynard played Deanne in 10 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the series ended, she guest starred in It's Your Move, The Young and the Restless, The New Mike Hammer, and The New Adam 12. She has spent the last 15 years as a producer and casting and voice director of animated features. She has done voice work for the animated films Fly Me to the Moon 3D, Thunder in the House of Magic, The Queen's Corgi, Frozen 2, and Luca. She is also co-owner of various production companies, recruiting talent and developing projects for TV and film. Mimi has been married once and does not have any children. Irwin played Lieutenant Gray in 10 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the show ended, he made guest appearances in Barney Miller, Fame, It's Gary Shandling's Show, and Dragnet. Then he had roles in the movies Die Hard 2, Voyager, and the TV movie Hart to Hart, Crimes of the Heart. He also guest starred in Sisters and For Your Love. His last role was in the Christmas movie Surviving Christmas. He was married once and had a son. Irwin died on February 15, 2018, at the age of 85 years old. Lyman Ward played Lieutenant Draper in 4 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the show ended, he made guest appearances on the TV show Dallas, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and Night Court. Then he was in the movies A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He then had more guest starring roles in Family Ties, 30-something, and Melrose Place. He met his wife Cindy Pickett on the set of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where they played Ferris's parents in the 1986 film. They married in real life and had 2 children together, then divorced shortly after playing parents again in the 1992 film Sleepwalkers. Lyman Ward has since been married 2 more times and is 82 years old. Matthew Faison played Butler in 3 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the series ended, he had a role as District Attorney Boyer on General Hospital, which lasted for 13 episodes. Then he had guest appearances on the 1980s shows Three's a Crowd, Hill Street Blues, and Too Close for Comfort. He also had roles in the movies Friday the 13th Part 6, Tough Guys, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and Puppet Master 2. He then guest starred in more TV shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, L.A. Law, Dream On, Beverly Hills 90210, and JAG. His last film role was in the movie The Hall Monitor in 1999. Matthew Faison has been married to his wife since August 16, 2000, and is now 79 years old. Richard Shull played Lieutenant Gillis in 3 episodes of Hart to Hart. After the program ended, he had roles in the movies Unfaithfully Yours and Splash. Then he starred in the TV movies Slickers, Spot Marks the X, and he had guest starring appearances in the TV series Tales from the Dark Side and Monsters. He also had roles in the 1990s films House Sitter, For Love or Money, Trapped in Paradise, and Private Parts. Shull was married 5 times, and he died on October 14, 1999, of a heart attack at his home in New York City. He was 70 years old. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist. While you're at it, hit subscribe and share Recollection Road Entertainment with someone you know. As always, thank you so much for watching.